Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a brief tutorial on how to install a Resident Evil 5 Boss Wesker pack. Now, first of all, you want to make sure you're running the Games Windows Live version of the game because this mod is aimed at that, or at least the tutorial is. There is a version for Gold Edition, but I might be covering that at a later time as soon as I've got it all figured out. First of all, go to your Resident Evil 5 game in Steam, Properties, go to Betas. You want to click on Original Games Windows Live version, but be wary, once you click on that it will re-download the entire game again, so if you're running the Gold Edition and you're about to switch over, you might want to re-back up your game. So you can switch back easier or quicker later on. Now, second thing you want to do, click on the first link in the description, it will take you to this website here, this way you're going to download the Wesker Boss Pack. You can read through all of the things up here and I will recommend that you do that in case you run into problems. Click on download, it'll bring you up to a download page. The file should automatically pop up, then click OK to download. Once you've extracted it, you'll have this folder here. Now what you want to do is, you open this, you want to click on prerequisite, you want to rename this to just native PC because MT is for the Gold Edition. If you don't have native PC, you'll have to do the beta thing as I told you before. Once you've renamed it, just copy the folder over to here, overwrite everything, and do the same for everything else. But next up, you want to go to Boss Wesker Midnight plus Joseph Up. This is a necessary thing you need to do. Just rename that to native PC, copy it over. Wesker Coat or Lost in Nightmares. Don't go for Lost in Nightmares because that is aimed for the Gold Edition. But as we're running Game for Windows Live version, you won't have Lost in Nightmares. So go for Boss Wesker Coat, rename that to native PC, copy it over. Then go to Boss Jill, do the same thing, native PC, copy it over. And then you have the Mercenaries music. Now if you're going to play Mercenaries, you can pick whichever one of these you want, except for Lost in Nightmares because you won't have that. Well actually I think you can use that still. Yeah, you can use any one of these that you want. Just open them up, rename that to native PC and copy it over. You can even copy those over and change them out whilst you're in the game, so long as you're not in Mercenaries mode at the time. Don't need to worry about Wesker Speechless, that's for later on. Alright, you can close that down, minimise your Resident Evil 5 thing. Right, next up you want to go to the second link in the description, which will lead you to this page here. Now this is a trainer for the Gold Edition, but we're not downloading the trainer, we're downloading the patch that is mirrored. You want to download the Melux patch here, just click on download, it'll bring you to a page, in fact I'll show you because I can't remember, a mega page. Just click download through your browser, it'll be a quick download, it's only a small file. Once you add that, you extract it, you'll be presented with this folder here. You bring up your Resident Evil 5 folder again. Now what you want to do is you want to just remove the launcher.exe that you already have in your Resident Evil folder, or delete it, whichever suits your fancy, and then move this one in. Next up, you want to move your xlive.dll over to here in case you don't have one already. Now, I can't remember if you need this or not, but just copy it over. If the game doesn't work or doesn't start up, just remove it and see if it works after that. Right, now you want to close that, and I don't think you need your Resident Evil 5 folder open anymore, but keep it open just in case. Next up, we're going to go to the third link in the description, which is going to take you to this page here. This is the trainer that you're going to be using to use the mod. It's called the Wilson So trainer, and it's only for the Games for Windows Live version. And what you want to do is go down here, you want to click on the download trainer. You don't need to worry about the patch because the patch for the model swap, which is what that is already included in the Boss Wesker pack. It was the prerequisite. So you don't need to download the patch. The head fix for Wesker in the cutscene, I think you can download that if you want, if you're going to play through the story as Wesker. What you do is click on download the trainer there. Once you've downloaded it and you've extracted it, you'll be presented with this folder here. Don't change anything here. What you want to do now is you want to start the game up. So let's click on, let's move this over to my other screen, I'll bring you over in a minute. Let's click on play. Okay, so once you've got the game running, and I'll switch over now, so you've got the game running here. It says Gold Edition because this is the Gold Edition of the game. This will be Windows Live for you. Once you click on start, you will be required to enter in your Windows Live account details, like your your Windows Live profile and your password, your email and your password. Basically, if you have an Xbox Live account, just enter in your account information there. Once you've logged in, you want to go back over to where the trainer is. Here, you want to right click Run as Administrator, click Yes. Once it pops up, you want to run it in English, or you can choose whichever language you want, what it has available there anyway. And then once you have this open, click on Apply, because this will be different, and I think what will happen, I can't be sure, but I think what will happen is it'll come up with a confirmation box saying that new patch available or something along those lines. Just click Apply or Confirm and it should apply it, and it should like fix it up. Now you've got the model swap here. Now unfortunately I won't be able to walk you through this in the game because this is the gold version and this trainer is for the Games for Windows Live version. What you want to do, if you want to swap your models over, just go over to character 1, this is your character, click on Wesker because that's the one we're replacing. Click Apply, but it's not going to apply because we don't have the game running for Games Windows Live. This will change to Wesker Midnight. Click Frozen to keep your character frozen as that. Character 2 is your partner. Click Jill Battlesuit because that's what we changed. Click Frozen to keep it the same. Now, next up, let's go for player. I haven't messed about with this, but I'm assuming these all work. Weapon display fix, you want to enable this if you plan on having weapons like two-handed weapons that will usually be on your back. If you don't enable that and you're playing as Wesker, the weapons that you have on your back will be in your face. So you might want to enable that. Melee, now this is a bit complicated. What you want to do is click on Enable Melee Swap. Now, partner commands, these are going to have like different melee moves, so you need to switch some of these out in order to perform the melee moves that Boss Wesker does in the actual game. For partner command, I usually have head flash, knife is usually leg front, quick turn is, no, knife is leg back, sorry. Quick turn is usually finisher front, finisher back, move right is leg front. Now, you can change these about even when you're in the game to see what melee moves you want, and they'll change seamlessly and it shouldn't have any problems. Enable automatic dodge, this will the XLive patch is incorrect, yeah, that's because I'm running Gold Edition. That should not happen, or if it does happen, that'll be the message box and then you click on changing that and it'll change your XLive patch to what it should be. Now, once you click on that, it'll enable you to dodge just like Wesker does in the actual game. Successive dodge enables you to dodge every attack except grabs. If you get grabbed and you get hit, you will take damage, but every other attack you will be able to dodge. Dash and explosion, I haven't tried that, but you can do it if you want. I wouldn't enable this because the things here that it says that it could cause problems with are too great for me. Next up, if you want to have speeches enabled, just go into your speech settings, enable speech. Sometimes I find it's better to click on save speeches first and then load, because sometimes it for some reason freezes up and crashes if you click on load first. Click on load, should take you to the Wilson So trainer, or just navigate to that. Or you can go to the Wesker Boss Pack, they have the speeches there as well. Click on all speeches or 5.3 to have the speeches from those areas. Then it will load up in here. And as soon as you press B for partner command, you will randomly, as long as you have a partner with you, say a random speech that Wesker has in the game. Enemies, you can change all the enemies. I haven't messed about with it, so I can't guarantee that they'll work. Camera, you can change all of this. You can change your camera if you want. I haven't changed anything. I haven't even bothered with this section of the trainer, so I don't know if it works. But you can try it if you feel adventurous. Items, same stuff. You can change the items, the item values. Although, I'm not too sure if you set the values too high, the game might crash. I don't know. But you can give it a try if you want. We already covered player, yes. Others, this is where you'll be spending quite a bit of your time, I'd imagine. I haven't messed about with this section here, to walk through walls. These all work as far as I'm aware. I've tried out a few and they all work. If you want to jump straight into a random stage in the game, just select which stage you want and then click Frozen. And as soon as you click on Continue, you will be thrown into that stage. Now I must warn you, if you want to progress from that stage onwards, Now, once you're in the stage, you want to tab out and you want to uncheck frozen, because if you continue on and it's still frozen, during the transition to the next stage, the game will crash, unfortunately. So you're going to have to uncheck that. Screen, I've not changed anything on that. Story modes, I'm sorry, I haven't changed anything there. Wesker, these are pretty self-explanatory. Infinite dash, all this, they all work, 100%. Jill in chapter 5.3, never die, get device immediately. If you have the melee moves enabled, you will probably want to enable the never die option, because she will die instantly if you hit her accidentally with the melee moves. Last up is Mercenaries and Versus. I've never been able to get Versus mode working, unfortunately, so if you are able to, then good job, but I've never been able to get it working, so we're going to ignore the Versus part. Mercenaries mode, I pretty much leave all of this alone. I mean, you could mess about with this bit here, the freeze timer and the kill count and that, and I imagine it'll work, but I usually just leave them alone. Slot 1, you can leave that alone because that's you, this will change as you choose your character and such. Slot 2, this is if you want to have a partner. If you want to have a partner, just click AI and choose their character, and you can choose this to like private, open or whatever, and it should be fine. You could just leave the slot status as closed, it should work perfectly fine. And if you're going to go into Mercenaries and you want a partner with you, you want to click on solo mode or no mercy mode, as long as it's single player. If you click on duo and you have the AI as a partner there, as soon as you click start game, it'll say cannot start game. So you want to click on solo or no mercy and just go in as if you're playing by yourself. The AI will spawn right next to you or somewhere on the map with you. Alright guys, post wrap here just to let you know that once you've chosen your partner in Mercenaries on the trainer, you will not want to pick the other two characters, slot 3 and 4. You don't want to pick those, because if you do, the game will crash. As soon as you start the game or whatever, the game will crash on partners 3 and 4. I think that's for Versus mode if you manage to get it working. I've never managed to get it working, so just a little heads up to warn you about that. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is for the trainer. This section here I've not messed about with, but you can mess about with it if you feel that you want to change a few things. Yep, I think that's everything done. If you want to change your character from Wesker and your play as Jill, then just click on your character here and then Jill, battlesuit, and apply, and it should work perfectly fine. So we can close that. And that's pretty much it. That's everything that I think I need to cover. If you have any issues or questions, first of all, I would recommend that you go to the Wesker Boss Pack here and have a look through the, you can search here how to install if you want to read that. You can look through, there's some crash fixes here that you might want to check through. I do recommend though, when you launch the game, it'll say do you want to launch in DirectX 9 or DirectX 10. I would recommend DirectX 9 because here in stage 5.2, if you're using DirectX 10, it will crash, so you have to use DirectX 9. Might as well just go with DirectX 9 from the start. Yeah, read through here. If you have any problems, there might be an answer. If not, then feel free to comment and I will try my best to try and find out what's wrong and give you a solution. If I can't, then I will let you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't give you gameplay because I'm on the gold edition, but I have released 3 videos prior to this one that pretty much show you what happens in the game, like as you're playing as the characters. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed that, please let me know in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe if you want some more, and as always, I'll see you next video, so take care.